Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Shivali and you're watching Swiftly Shivali, a place for developers to learn, grow, and make an impact on their careers. And today we're talking about enums and raw values. Now, if you're a new subscriber to my channel, I just want to say welcome and thank you so much for joining this community. I really applaud you for learning a new skill during these challenging times. 2020 is just an insane year. If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider hitting that subscribe button and leaving a comment about what kind of video you'd like to see in the future. This channel is truly for you, and I want to create content that will benefit you and your career. We've already gotten some amazing suggestions. I'm going to try my best to get this content out to you guys very soon. With that said, let's jump right into this code. This video is part 3 in my series about enumerations in Swift. We've already seen how powerful they can be combined with switch statements and associated values. If you recall from the last video, associated values are added to an enumeration case when we want to associate it with another type of value with a certain enum case. Recall that this value can be changed dynamically when a case is created. So if any of this sounds confusing to you, please go back and refer to part 2 in this playlist. It's called Swift Basics, Learning Enumeration and Associated Values. And an alternative to associated values are raw value types. In this case, enumeration cases can come pre-populated with default values called raw values, and they all must be the same type. So let's take this example that we have right now. This enum is called day, and it has all of the days of the week. So it has Monday through Sunday, and I'm going to want to use this enum to determine whether I can travel or not on any given day. So for example, if the day is Monday, I'm going to write a switch statement to say, can I travel on a Monday or not? Let's say our requirements are that I can only travel on a Friday. So this is okay to travel. I can travel on a Saturday, and I can be traveling on a Sunday. That's totally okay. But Monday through Thursday, I should be doing my work and I can't go to the Bahamas. So with this example, let's go ahead and create our switch statement. So let's create a variable and call it today, and let's just give it a value. Let's give it Thursday. So today is Thursday, and I just want to switch on today, and I want to see can I travel or not. So let's just go ahead and create all the cases. So Monday is okay, or Monday I need to work. Tuesday I also need to work, so that falls in the same case. Then Wednesday I also need to work, and finally Thursday I must be working. So let's go ahead and say print and say, sorry, you cannot travel today. Sad face. And then the default code, I'll go ahead and say print, because the default would be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I'm going to say, yay, you should be on a holiday. So let's go ahead and what do I get for Thursday? I get printed out, sorry, you cannot travel today. Sad face, I'm super sad. But now I want to know how many more days until I can travel. How long do I have to keep waiting until my holiday is finally here? So this is where raw value types will come in. So with an enum, I can associate a value. So in this case, I'm going to give it an integer so I can do some math and figure out how many more days do I need. So I've given it an integer value, and what I can do is give Monday a number 1, and the compiler and Swift will automatically infer that all of the cases are going to be a +1 after this. So I can already go ahead and see today. If I do today.rawValue, you can see that it comes up here in the options. Once I do today dot, I have raw value, and it'll show us over here in this debugger that it's 4. And I never defined it to be 4 anywhere, but since I gave Monday the value 1, Swift is automatically going to +1 the raw value for every case. So Tuesday would be 2, Wednesday would be 3, and Thursday would implicitly be 4, and so on and so forth. So I can also go ahead and define them individually. Also, they don't have to be in increments of 1. You know, I can assign Wednesday like a random number like 60, and that would be totally fine. It just really depends on what you want to do with your code. In this case, it makes sense that they're consecutive because I want to find the difference between them. So like this would make sense for me. I don't have to explicitly write them all out, but just for consistency's sake, I will go ahead and do that. But one of the shorthands is that you can just do the first one, and if it's in increments of 1, then it's totally fine. One thing to note about raw values is that they're limited to the type that it can be. So the value must be of type string, of character, any integer, or a floating point type, and that's it. We can't give an enum to have a raw value type of something else. And also, it's like all of the raw value types have to be the same exact type, and that's really important for the raw values to remember. So now that we've assigned a value to all of these cases, we know that the earliest I can travel in a week is on a Friday. So let's go ahead and do this math. So let's say what number of days left, basically. We're going to say days dot day dot Friday dot raw value minus today dot raw value, because we know like the earliest I can go is on a Friday. So we'll say print, and we'll say please wait number of days, please wait this many more days. And we've got please wait 1 more days. And because this grammar is incorrect, I'm going to go ahead and create a special case over here, and I'll say if number of days is equal to 1, then I'm going to print out different sentence, and I'll just say please wait 1 more day, and then else go ahead and say please wait this many more days. So let's go ahead and try it out with a different day. So over here, this works perfectly. Please wait 1 more day. You can't travel today. Let's give it, let's make today a Monday. And this should automatically run, and I see, sorry, you cannot travel today, sad face, please wait 4 more days. Now, let's see what happens if it's a actual weekend. So it's a Sunday, I should hit the default case, and it says, yay, you should be on a holiday. So this is great. This is essentially the gist of what raw value types are. Another cool thing that you can do with a raw value type is you can kind of reverse create the enum case. So I can go ahead and create the enum case like this, and I say day, and the constructor will say, I have this option to create it with the raw value, and it has to be an integer because that's what we had defined earlier. And so I can say, let's say I say 6, and let's go ahead and put that day here. So the raw value is 6, so that means that's today. And what would that be? That would be a Saturday. And because this constructor returns a optional integer, every time we reference it, we have to like safely unwrap it. And if you're confused about how to safely unwrap values, I have another video, you can check that out, about how to basically safely unwrap optionals. And so over here, let's just, you know what, let's go ahead and put out a guard statement here, because if for some reason we have an incorrect value in today, or it's an optional, it doesn't exist, we want to print out something else. So let's just say guard let, and if this is confusing to you, please go watch the video on how to unwrap optionals. That will explain everything for you. So let's say guard let today equals to today. I'll go ahead and we will print out oops, incorrect day provided. Okay, we can just make this a function called holiday, and we'll give it a parameter that says today, and today is of type day optional, and we'll move all of our code into a function just so we can use the guard statement properly. It just makes the most sense to do it that way. And we have to call our function, otherwise this won't work. So we'll say holiday and give it today. So we created a type of day using the raw value type, and that was 6, so that's a Saturday. We come into our switch statement, and it says, yay, you should be on a holiday, and that is correct because we are on a Saturday. So now let's go ahead and try out an invalid case for raw value types and reconstructing a day case. So let's give it, suppose I don't know how many days there are in the week, and I say 9. So then I say 9, and it returned an optional, so the value is nil. And I realized that I made a mistake earlier, and my guard should be outside of the switch statement, because otherwise it's not going to enter the right case. It thinks I'm on a holiday. And so there we go. Now we've caught my mistake, and I see that the guard has to be outside of the switch, and then we actually hit it correctly and says, oops, incorrect day provided. And there we go. We have our function that lets us know if we can go on a holiday or not. I think Enums using raw value types are extremely powerful, and I'm sure there's many use cases for them within your application. Let me know how you use them in the comments below. And the next video that I'll be creating will most likely be around app architectures. Those were some of the most highly requested videos that I got multiple requests for those. So I'm super excited to create that for you and upload it. Let me know how your journey is going. I'm so excited that you guys are learning iOS development, Swift, Xcode. See you guys in the next video.